The next battle is gonna be Derrick versus Stan.
Couple, ça fait 3.
And let me know if one of you. Thank you, Alex Void. I'll check. Okay. I like his subliteral.
This guy came all the way to lose.
Wow, that sounds like Jular.
What?
Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Nice. This round of Derrick is way stronger than the first one we saw the previous live stream, where it was very repetitive. In this one, he's displaying much more like evolution. So it's not repetitive. There is a lot of details happening. I love the evolution. The only thing I would say is that it sounds a lot like Jular, like the drop, like when he does the like this technique. I really hear Jular now when someone uses it, but it's very powerful, and he seems very powerful on the stage. I love his variation with the. Adikarang said Derrick was the loudest competitor. Really? Yeah. He seems pretty loud. But I also love his little combos, how he plays the speed snare. I'm not too sure, I don't remember exactly the combos, but his weapon seems to be like, so he has a really good subliteral. He has a really good like power kick, and even power snare, like strong snare. He really has good speed snare as well, like he seems really good with them. So these are the main weapons, I would say, and then he's able to create a lot of intricacy in his rhythms and really a lot of evolutions. So that was a pretty strong round. I think sometimes were a little bit randomly placed. Like I didn't really understand the placement of those sounds. I think it was on time. It's just the way he uses them on the moment that was a little bit out of context. And maybe the last drop could have been a bit more impactful as well. The very last drop he did with the speed snare, because he used kind of the same textures, but just the groove was different. So there was no real evolution as a last drop. It was more like using the same sounds with different flow. And so maybe if he changed a little bit more the textures, it would have had a bigger impact, basically. Let's check out the answer from Stan.
Switch!
Fair enough.
Oh. Ooh, I like this.
Radio knife. You don't get to choose your life.
Wow, what is this sound? Ooh.
You don't get to choose your. You don't get to choose. don't get to choose your...
Ooh, sick round. Reminds me a little bit of Alexinho, the way he... Like, I remember Alexinho doing this at one of the JB, maybe JB 2021. Yeah, something like this. Reminds me a little bit of Alexinho, those combos. Very, very cool also usage of the... Not sure if it's this one. His one is very sharp. But I love how he plays it. I think it's very interesting. Usually you expect this kind of sound to be on the snare, but he uses it inside the combo, inside the pattern. It's not even the main snare. So I think that's very, very interesting. Love the first half, and a little bit after the first half, I love this section. Maybe the very last section can be a little bit more impactful. I felt it didn't had enough impact for me compared to what he did before, because he raised the tension with a build-up and then... But it felt a little bit simple, so I was expecting maybe a new texture at this moment, something a little bit more impressive. It was good when he changed a little bit at the end, the groove to end, but still not on a super, super high energy. I think the main energy moment was in the beginning. I love also the small counter, just on one sound. It's very easy, because Derrick was using the dry kicks, but a bit randomly, so it was good to point this out. And then do your stuff. I think that was an interesting answer. Because usually when you think about counters, you're answering on the whole bit, but this time he answered on just one sound. That's a way to counter as well. Anyways, I would personally vote for Stan. It was just a bit more interesting to listen to. I think Derrick was a bit more generic this time, and Stan was just more interesting to listen to, more intricate, more interesting texture. The kind of textures as well were used. It's not unknown textures, but he did something new actually. There was one texture, not sure what it is. It sounds like a vocalized duck sound kind of, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, he introduced new textures and also used textures we know, but in different ways. So in that way, I thought it was more original. Yeah, in terms of energy, I would say it's pretty similar. It's pretty even. So yeah. Anyways, shout out to these two. That was a sick battle. Let's check out the results.
3, jury. 1, 2, 3 pour Stan. 4 pour Stan. Ok, on a 1 point pour Stan. Et malheureusement, Derrick nous quitte. Il est venu de Californie pour venir ici à Agen. On fait un max de bruit, plus de bruit, plus de bruit.
Big up to Derrick. Wow, he flew from pretty far. Very sick battle. I really like that one.